Hello, hello. This is the 233rd Test from the Future, an experimental podcast from the year 2225, which we are sending from our present to yours. My name is Dirk.
And my name is Simon.
And we're putting the past in podcast. Our beloved segment In the News is back today.
It is.
So before we go to the actual content of the episode, we have something that's in the news.
We're going to talk about a great hardship that's
Yes.
impacting pretty much everyone worldwide.
Yes.
It's really harsh. I guess the only mitigating factor is that at least it's no longer the height of summer. Would have been way worse like a couple of months ago.
Yeah. At least on our side of the globe.
Exactly. We're very locally minded that way. Anyway, so the thing is that there's a Congo virus going around worldwide, like I mentioned, which means that no ice cream can be printed at the moment.
Yeah. Maybe for our non-regular listeners, with Congo virus, we mean our food conglomerators.
Food conglomerators and exactly a software virus.
Yeah, exactly. So those are the devices that allow us to print our foods. So this is what everybody uses to eat. You can make everything you want, except when they have a virus. Apparently, I hadn't heard of Congo viruses for a long time.
No, I mean, exactly. They've had good antivirus checks for a long time now.
Yep.
So this is kind of like a bit nostalgic for me, a little bit retro, to have a virus on your Congo. And speaking of retro, I'm one of the lucky ones, how I like to run kind of off the grid, in the sense that at least one of my Congos, I've got a couple, sure, one of my Congos is offline, so can still make ice cream.
Yes. That's the Montreal one, right?
Exactly. And then the only thing is I don't really care for ice cream. So. But, you're welcome to have some while
you're I was going to say, because of the few people that had their Congos offline or were fast enough to take them offline because the virus spread really fast, but not, like in a split second, they can still make ice cream. But of course, you don't get any updates, you don't get any material. So after a while, of course, the Congo can't make anything anymore. But yeah, so most people can't make ice cream, which means you either have the option to not have ice cream or figure out a way to get ice cream somewhere else.
Exactly. Rather than printing it, before there were food conglomerators, of course, ice cream was made in various ways.
Made by hand.
So, and so people are rediscovering those techniques.
Yes.
Especially the people really dedicated to their ice cream. Like I said, I don't mind it, but I don't really care for it. So if I didn't have this offline Congo that allowed me to print it, I'd be fine. But there were some folk who really need it every day.
To be honest, next to the espresso stand that I go to in the morning in Skyline Park to get my espresso, even though I could actually make espresso at home, I still like to go to the park to get it there. There's now an ice cream stand with handmade ice cream, and there's a queue there all the time.
Right.
To be honest, I don't think any of these people were having regular ice cream before. I think this is now because it's in the news. Everybody's thinking about ice cream. Oh, apparently handmade ice cream is a thing. It's a bit of a hype. And now everybody's having ice cream because...
Well, and now there's much more variability to how tasty the ice cream is.
Is it?
Yeah, for example, I'm guessing when there's such a long queue, the ice cream from that stand, have you tried it yourself? Does it taste really good?
No, so the queue is way too long.
Okay, yeah. So I'm presuming it tastes way better. If there's so many people always going, they must taste much better than the ice cream they're used to printing. I mean, that's an assumption on my part, yeah. But then also, because I watched a video earlier of someone preparing the ice cream, and it was a real disappointment what came out. It basically looked like just a goopy mess. It wasn't really solid like ice cream should be. And then when they ate it, they tried to put a brave face on it to go, this is tasty. But no, you could tell they were disappointed by what they'd made.
Yeah, see, but that's the thing, of course, like with a Congo, you have guaranteed quality. If it's handmade, come on, like if handmade was really better, we would still all be doing this.
Exactly.
So I don't know anybody who makes their own food. I mean, I know there are people out there that make their own food.
Do it occasionally for fun, but not as a regular thing.
Yeah, and not because it's better. It's
not
for other reasons.
Yeah. It's fun sometimes to print out a bunch of vegetables and chop them up with a knife.
I'm just thinking because I do like ice cream, but I don't mind not having ice cream forbidden because I'm sure they will figure it out at some point.
Yeah.
It just made me think, what if this happened to pizza?
Now that would be harsh. I like pizza much more than ice cream.
I would queue up for pizza.
Yeah.
Even if it's handmade. I would still queue up if it's handmade.
Even though it's got fingerprints in it and knuckle hair and so on, it should still be good.
And not consistent quality, and maybe the rucola isn't distributed equally over the pizza. Okay, I can deal with all of this if the alternative is not have pizza. But of course, I still prefer my printed pizza with rucola symmetrically.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Totally different topic today. It's about shapeshifters versus skinwalkers.
That's it.
So we now made a massive jump from ice cream to people that can change shape in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, completely change their appearance. And not just in terms of changing their clothing, but their face, their body, number of limbs, everything.
So maybe to introduce the format that we've used once, where we did grappling hook versus slingshot, where we have two kind of similar things, and we both take the position that one is better than the other.
Yeah, we're just championing our respective one.
Exactly. So we've distributed them among ourselves, and they're both new expensive cyborg chip plans, very expensive, that lets you change shape in a second.
Yep.
So we're going to talk about why shapeshifting is better than skinwalking.
That's what I'm going to be saying, yeah. And I think you're, I guess, going to do the opposite.
True.
I mean,
actually,
feel free to help me out. Exactly.
Shapeshifters.
Shapeshifting is better than skinwalking.
Oh man, you got me already. Okay. So this is basically us exchanging arguments. You the ones that are wrong.
I mean, and for our listeners, it's not just arguing. We'll both be talking about them.
Yes.
And just, of course, the format will be right. And this is why shapeshifting is better than skinwalking.
Or I could say that's an interesting perspective. Too bad it's wrong.
Of course.
You want to go first? One good argument in favor of shapeshifting.
Shapeshifting.
In case there is any.
Of course. I mean, which there are plenty, but exactly, I can start with just one. So the most basic one, you wake up and you're not feeling so great and you need to go out to some important event. Hey, just put on a new face. Like that.
Yeah, but I mean, skinwalkers can do this as well.
I mean, I guess, but shapeshifters can do it better, you know?
Okay, so I have one for skinwalkers.
Okay.
So skinwalkers can change into any sentient being in a split second.
So the speed is, I think, what you think is so.
Yeah, so both are like within a split second to any sentient being.
I see. Well, check this out. Shapeshifters can do that too, of course, but they can also, in a split second, also change into inanimate objects. So any kind of sentient being and any kind of inanimate object. They've got basically a much larger library, you know, not just sentient beings, but also inanimate objects. Yeah,
but skinwalkers can do that too. Oh. And skinwalkers, if I'll triumph you one. Is that the word? Yeah, I'll trump you one. Whatever. Nah, that doesn't work. Okay, I'll.
It's the future. We say triumph now.
Okay, I'll triumph you one. They can change the size. So if you change into like a lamp post in a split second, you can even decide the size of the lamp post, even though real lamp posts may not actually have that.
So you could be a lamp post that's like only 1 meter tall, or one that's 20 meters tall.
Yes.
Yeah, 100 meters tall.
That's what skinwalkers can do, huh?
That sounds okay, but you see, shapeshifters, rather than just scaling up and down, you know, like just being a scaled up or a scaled down lamppost, for example, it would be way cooler because when you scale down, say you want it to be just like 50 centimeters tall, well, then you wouldn't just be a lamppost, you'd be a desk lamp.
So you're saying they can,
and then you scale up. Exactly, you do it too, but with a bit more nuance, you know, and scale up to be like, I don't know, 100 meters tall, or then you're a floodlight over a football stadium.
You see, skinwalkers can do that too.
But then, I mean, just to ask, why are you not? I'm saying all these cool things, and then you say, "Oh yeah, we can do this too." But you know, like, why do you not say them up front?
I could ask you the same question. Can shapeshifters also change the color?
I guess I need to go first for that to work. Yeah, I guess it's kind of somehow settled into you saying a thing, and then me saying, but actually.
Yeah, and then you're saying they can do that too. Plus they can do this, and then I'm saying they can also do that. What you just said. Plus they can do like so far.
And you just mentioned something about changing color.
Yeah, can they?
I mean, of course, but also pearlescent.
Yeah, but
they're not just regular colors, you know. But those nice pearlescent colors where you look at them from a different angle, and they will look either like blue or purple or green or whatever.
You see what I'm thinking? Mm-hmm. I think they're exactly the same thing.
I mean, but they have completely different pricing plans. They come from two different companies, so I think they must be different. But yes, I guess they do have a lot of overlap in what you could do with them.
No, I think they're identical. I think there's just a different name and a different pricing.
Ah, okay.
I think maybe
they're like white label, like some other company developed it, worked on it, and sure, now it's just being marketed under different names.
I think they might just be explicitly their own competition. Maybe they
one company, right, to drive demand, to make loyal customers.
Release two different brands. So if people go like, this is great, but I'm going with the others, this is the same company.
Okay, but check this out. Shapeshifting is way better than skinwalking because it doesn't sound as gross. Skinwalking, I mean, what's that about? Like,
that sounds gross.
Is it your skin like stretching, and like walking by itself? Shapeshifting. Hey, that sounds, more fluid.
Okay, we found the difference. Mm-hmm. The name.
I win.
Yeah, skinwalking sounds gross. Mm-hmm. How come I didn't get shapeshifting?
I guess I was faster to choose.
Or we randomized. I can't remember anymore. Yeah, skinwalking sounds gross. I'm gonna get the other thing.
Yeah.
So
what if that's why they did it that way?
Oh, they gave an alternative with a gross name, so everybody gets the other
I have to get one of them. Whereas if there was just the one, people are like, I don't need that. But it's almost as if one of us worked in marketing, we could know this kind of stuff.
Yeah, never mind.
Maybe a future career.
So are you going to get it?
Of course.
Yes.
I'm a shapeshifter diehard.
What are you going to do with it?
Probably change my feet into roller skates.
Oh, it is like you want to change your whole thing. You want to.
I want the option to do that in the future, but there isn't something I want to drastically change. I mean, the advantage is, like when I grew my wings ages ago, that took months and months. And the advantage of this is you just do it on a whim, change it back. You're not like thinking on the timescale of months. It's really fractions of a second.
But I don't think they allowed just body parts. See, this is like neither of them has that yet.
So I should wait maybe until they add that?
Yeah.
That seems unlikely. So, for example, okay, maybe they don't explicitly say you can grow wings. You say, but how about you make me into a cherub?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Keep my face and body the same,
Okay.
There you go.
Yes, of course, because they just announced neither of us got any of the plans. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, that will be the thing, really, to see. I mean, I was talking it up big, but exactly neither of us have actually used it. How customizable is it? Yeah. Do you just have to choose from a very rigid list of options, or can you, define what you want to change?
I was thinking about pranks.
Pranks?
Yeah.
That would be nice. Yeah, show up at a party or a wedding or something, pretending to be... Okay, at a wedding, don't pretend to be the bride or groom. That would be harsh. But, harsh. One of the family members who couldn't make it, hey, go in their place. Make some funny speeches.
I was thinking about my work at the city council, right? Because there's quite a few other council members. If I would basically shapeshift into one of my colleagues and then, come early to a meeting and then what? So I mean,
maybe one of your colleagues who's always late, you show up early and people are really shocked. Like, what? How are you doing? And then you go, I just need to go get something, go out the room. Then the actual colleague comes in and they're used to people like frowning at them for being late, but people don't frown at them. They're a little bit confused. What's going on? Like, they can't put their finger on it, but things feel a little off, because people aren't like, a bit, you know what I mean?
Or just tell one colleague saying, by the way, it's my birthday today. And then when the meeting starts, they will go like, happy birthday. And then what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But you did.
I mean, maybe in a work setting it's not so appropriate because I can see how that could cause some longer term problems.
Yeah.
But for pranks, like just amongst your friends maybe, or in your family, that could be fun.
Yeah, so I also hadn't thought it through completely.
Yeah. I mean, actually, specifically at work, I mean, there's some security stuff, depending on your job, of course, but I mean, in your job, at UFOPU, there's some...
True, there's definitely
security aspects, Like, it probably would be a bad thing if you impersonated your boss and did a bunch of
I wonder
stuff.
If the iris can still work. Can I still get into the secured areas if I've skinwalked into a different person, or if just...
I mean, it would depend how thorough it is. Like, does it also, change your retina to be, or not, was it a retina scanner? Iris scanner, sorry. But does it change your iris to be the same as the person you're impersonating?
I guess not, but if you change it to a lamppost...
For a lamppost, lampposts do have serial numbers on them. So
True.
The question is, does it take a real serial number from a lamppost out in the world, and then you get that lamppost in trouble? If you do some dodgy stuff, or is it making up either a brand new serial number, like that doesn't actually exist on anyone out in the world, or does it just leave the serial number area blank?
Or do you get one that matches your iris so you can still get through your iris scan despite you looking like a lamppost?
Uses just your regular ID.
Also, how do you get to the iris scan if you're a lamppost?
I mean, you could change it. That's the advantage, yeah? You walk there as a person, then right in
then,
front of it, change.
True, but then the door opens and then...
Or be a lamppost with roller skates on the bottom.
Or maybe go through the door first and then change to a lamppost.
Yeah, on the other side.
I still fail to see the practicalities of looking like a lamppost.
That one is a bit of a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
But being someone carrying donuts, you could shapeshift from being someone not like just your regular self, not carrying a box of donuts, into yourself carrying a box of donuts. And then everyone's happy to see you because you've got donuts.
See, this is the first good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the first good idea. Yeah. And I think you can even, doesn't even have to be you. You can change to a random person or sentient animal or robot carrying donuts, hand out donuts to everybody, then change back to yourself and
then
say,
go, haha, you ate my toenails. Like, the donuts were made out of your toenails, for example.
I was actually thinking of saying, hey, anybody want to split their donut with me? Because I would then be the only one without a donut.
Right. And then you'd be eating your own toenails, which is a thing folk do. So.
You see, I'm not sure if so you're thinking, if you're carrying donuts, this would then actually be part of your body. It wouldn't just be kind of like an add-on.
Again, this wasn't in the marketing material, in the advertisements, so I'm not 100% sure.
So, because before I thought this is a great idea until we got to the point of, okay, but then everybody's eating your toenails.
I mean, maybe some people like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be toenails, that was just the first thing that came to mind. Say you've got long hair and you want to have a haircut. Rather than having a haircut, or, just making your hair instantly shorter, which is the usual way of doing things, you've got some surplus body mass, may as well turn it into donuts.
See, now it becomes gross.
Hair nuts? I guess. Don't call them hair nuts, call them donuts.
We need a better good example.
Okay, yeah. We could ask our listeners.
How about, let's say you're somewhere out on the heath, and it's in the middle of the night, and it's a full moon.
Become an anglerfish. Have that nice little dangly light in front of your face.
Okay.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
I was thinking about a wolf.
A wolf. They can see better in the dark and smell things and so on.
And then he can howl at the moon.
Oh, that's good.
At night, on the heath.
Right. Forget about the smelling stuff. That's just good enough reason to do it.
Exactly. It's like, because if you're there as a human, it's kind of like boring, maybe slightly scary. But if you're there as a wolf, it's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And you get whatever situation you're in, you go, but you know what? This would be better if, in that case, I was a wolf. You really get to take advantage of it.
And you can even tell your friends. It's like, hey, it's going to be full moon over the weekend. You want to come to the heath with me and we howl at the moon, looking like wolves. That's not actually...
And there I think skinwalking is actually even a better name for that kind of thing.
Fair enough. And then, we wouldn't do donuts. So we wouldn't be basically tempted to eat each other's toenails. Then this could actually be good.
Yep.
Okay, we got one. If our listeners have any other ideas,
they can write to us.
What would you do if you were a skinwalker or a shapeshifter?
Yeah. Should we? So, do we have time? Should we do the listener question or rather next week?
Let's do the listener question.
Okay. So, do you want to read it or shall I?
I can read it. It's from Ulrich. Ulrich is telling us, Hallo, liebe Freunde aus der Zukunft. Are there any things you do that don't involve technology? Mit freundlichen Grüßen, Ulrich. So he's asking...
Yeah, what do we do that doesn't involve tech?
Lots of things.
Of course. I design Lego models.
Yes. There's no tech involved with that at all, right?
So not in the finished models, of course. I just realized I do design them using a computer and then later, get the parts and build it. So I guess that's using tech too, in a way.
And you do sometimes shrink yourself down for the detail.
Of course. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so maybe not that. But yourself, do you have anything?
Yeah, walking.
Of course, walking, yeah.
I like to walk.
That doesn't involve tech.
I use my bare feet. I go somewhere outside where the grass is growing. Of course, if the grass is too tall, I use like a laser beam to cut it, just in case.
Oh, okay, yeah, but then laser beams, that's a kind of tech.
Yeah, okay, but I don't always use them. So, for example, there's a really nice field at the south of Frankfurt. I always take my hoverboard there and I go for a walk completely without...
Okay, so just the hoverboard is tech to get you there, but then once you're there, you're not using tech to walk.
I was going to say, but sometimes I teleport there. But, of course, it's still technology, right?
I guess we're not quite sure then, yeah? Like, is it, in my case, the finished Lego model, in your case, the actual walking? Those things themselves don't involve tech, but, like, getting there is.
And also, if it's raining, I have my shield on.
Of course. Like, I like to listen to audiobooks a lot, and like listening, I'm just using my ears. There's no tech. But I guess I'm not literally having the author right there in front of me reading it to me. It is a recording of their voice.
I eat.
Yes.
Of course, I have my food printed.
Yeah,
okay. Okay, maybe we need to think about this.
Yeah, right. Maybe we come back to it in a future episode.
Yes.
Things we do in the future which don't involve tech in any way whatsoever.
Exactly. But don't worry.
We do stuff. Yeah, there's totally loads of stuff.
We just right now can't come up with it.
Yeah. We've had a lot of fun talking about shapeshifters and skinwalkers, so I've still kind of got that stuff going on in my mind. Okay.
Thanks, Ulrich. That was a creative email.
It was. And so, like we were saying, so if people have other suggestions for things that shapeshifters or skinwalkers could do, please send an email to michaellasenia5@gmail.com. Put the number 233 in the subject line and write all your stuff, all the things that you want.
All the things.
So many things.
All right. Then for now, thanks for listening and see you in 200 years.
Bye-bye.